I couldn't figure out.
She's saying she's asking in the question, is this cult like after working there for 26 or 27 years or whatever? Um, Cults are what cults are, and Landmark Worldwide is not a cult by any
How do we
definition.
slow down on these practices that are
It's seems to me to be the opposite of a cult. Um, Hello, this is Lee.
Oh,
What up?
good morning. My name is Roger. Install up for the microwave.
Oh, what's happening? Mm-mm.
again, my own view is, and this was something else I was talking about from the beginning. I said we have to get material from people other than Werner, because Werner's view is
Yeah, I mean, they're saying how staff is not allowed to take material other than from Landmark courses. I mean, I see how that's a thing. And at the same time, it's not a an unbreakable rule. If you find something that's beneficial to people inside of your employment at Landmark, such as conversations developed by Grant Cardone, who has nothing to do with Landmark whatsoever. I don't think he's done the courses. I've invited him and encouraged him. Um, yeah, I don't choose between Scientology and Landmark. Do both if you want. They're nothing like each other. In fact, they seem to be exact opposites from what I can tell. Every time I learn a little bit more about Scientology, I'm like, oh, this is like the exact opposite of Landmark. This is interesting. Um,
he's a human being. He's got a limited view. Right. So we're only going to get stuff, and most everything that
yeah, so in any event, Grant Cardone has sales training and a little bit of listening training as well. And I don't know, it seems to me that if I took some stuff that I got out of Cardone University and brought that to Landmark Worldwide, they would absolutely allow me to utilize those because they don't contradict with Landmark really. I think what they're talking to you about, what your concern was, is like something that might be contrary to what Landmark goes over, and you wanted to use that. And it's like, give me the thing that you wanted to use. What is the teaching that you wanted to bring into Landmark? It's like
we got from Werner was a re-upgrade of.
you're like making complaints about stuff that like are not specific or vague, generalized. Like, comment back to this video and tell me what exactly. Oh, I tried to bring them body Reiki work and they didn't want to do it. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about that. Like, how does Reiki have anything to do with Landmark whatsoever? If you want to do Reiki, that's fine. Do that on your own. Like, don't.
What he had done before. There wasn't a lot of new stuff there. It was he's a master at that.
Wasn't a lot of new stuff. I mean, I don't know. I get.
Yeah, one of the people who's worked with him for 50 years. It's going to be 50 since 1972, 50 years. Yep. So Werner is an amazing human being. Lives at the intersection of neuroses and genius, and you never know which one you're going to get. And I like that. Yeah, I'm not a psychiatrist.
So wild. You're like, I like this, but I'm super concerned. It's like, what are you, dude? What are you doing?
He's a human being.
Either bring me the real concern or like move on with your life.
Spots. This is how far I went, and even though I've been gone 10 years, I got a hold of someone who works with Werner directly. Still did 2 years ago, and I said, I want to talk to Werner. And she said, about what? I said, I want to talk to him about taking apart guests, realizing that guests have nothing to do with transformation, and the collapse has caused the problem.
So funny, bro. You realized that guests have nothing to do with transformation. And now you want to like tell everybody else that realization that you got. It's like, that's great, but that was the whole point the whole time. I'm happy that you got that. And that's what I wanted you to get out of it is don't collapse guests and transformation. It's not nobody was ever doing that. You thought that they were doing that, and you saw how valuable it is to separate the two. So great, you got what we were wanted you to get. I say we, I don't represent Landmark in any way at all. I don't influence for them. I don't make any money for them. I don't work for them, and I don't even take their courses anymore.
She said, "Don't bother." I said, "Why?" She said, "You won't listen." And I went, "Okay."
No, okay. Again, we're playing the telephone game here. So we got Werner, who you didn't talk to. We got this lady that Werner's hanging out with a few years ago. Then we got you. Then we have you speaking to Anne right now. We're already 5 stages in the telephone game. So I don't necessarily what I feel like it would sound like is, hey, he's not going to listen to that because that was his intention the whole time, and you're getting what his intention was, and great that you have that, and now go lead effectively, and that's it. We don't have to have a conversation that he already is well aware of and he wanted for you for decades, and you got it, and that's great. Like,
so I didn't bother. But when you really believe you know something,
Right.
That's.
Well, I appreciate what you're saying, and that you really did think that you being there, and I was that way too. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually the one who started doing landmark stuff on what was called WebConnects or WebEx or whatever at the time, right? And I did it kind of like illegally. I didn't tell anybody and, until after, because I'm kind of at that time I would
you did it illegally?
definitely better, easier to ask for forgiveness and permission. And but
Easier to ask for forgiveness than permission? I mean, Anne, come on. Like, this is a company that prides themselves on their integrity, and you want to say how you were out of integrity? I mean, look, if you got to make like one WebEx as a quick example to show off the power of WebEx, I mean, like, that's a different story. But I would just tell them, like, this is what I'm doing. I wouldn't wouldn't try to do something behind their back that I knew was against policy, and then like be like, okay, I don't know. And maybe you made a big difference for the organization. So like, I don't understand why we're like complaining about them and
we really do believe
making you seem like you're the righteous one here.
that we can change things, but especially when we're in education that teaches us that we can be 100% accountable. We can be 100% responsible. And I have some critiques of some of those ideas now as I continue to deconstruct that. I don't know if
Deconstruct what? Being responsible and accountable?
the critique so much of the ideas as they are the misuse of the ideas. So
no, you keep saying they're misusing their own ideas and like not giving me one example of it.
And one of the things I want to make sure, back in the 70s in Boston and all over the US, all these gurus were coming to the United States. And some of them were false gurus. Yep. And there were people who got.
Yeah, that's always going to happen. We were told thousands of years ago that there would be people masquerading as gods.
Enormous value out of becoming part of groups.
We will continue. Let me just pause here because this is new microwave. Relation guy comes in.
It might, even though the guru was a false guru.
Yeah.
So I said, why did that happen? And this is true for me. Werner was not my guru, but the promises that I made as a forum leader about how I was going to live my life, which is I wasn't going to honor my thoughts. I wasn't going to honor my feelings. I wasn't going to honor my moods. I was going to honor my commitment.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a whole nother level. That's in the advanced course, that thoughts, moods, feelings are real. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever. They're all real. They're all real thoughts and real feelings and real beliefs and real emotions. They're just not real. So for him to say he's not honoring them isn't saying he's 100% ignoring them. He's just saying that if he made a commitment and he doesn't feel so good that day, it's not about the feeling. It's about the commitment that you made.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing.
It's constituted by your word, right?
That was an amazing training to get that. Now, it's only after leaving that I went, yeah, but our emotions, our body, all those things are useful. You don't have to honor them, but you got to pay attention to them because they're giving us useful data.
Nobody said don't pay attention to them. Great. Hope you're the best ever. Peace, love. Bye. Oh, shit.